This video is going to look at how to choose the right carbohydrate foods when trying to lose weight. The foods you eat are one of the biggest factors in successfully achieving fat loss. Now, while calories play an important role, controlling your insulin levels are also a key factor. Insulin is released when your blood sugar levels get too high. Insulin removes all the nutrients from the blood and pushes it and stores it in your fat or muscle cells. When insulin is present in high amounts, your body is unable to access its body fat, making it next to impossible to lose weight. Carbohydrates are the nutrient that spikes your insulin levels the most. So this is why you see people go low carb and high fat when trying to lose weight. But not all carbohydrates act the same in the body, and some of them you can still eat while trying to lose weight. So let's look at how to decide which ones are best. All carbohydrates are made up of simple sugars. How readily available they are to you and the amount that you consume determines how quickly your blood sugar levels will rise and the resulting insulin spike. Now, one simple sugar is a carbohydrate in its simplest form. So all carbohydrates are broken down into this form. But there's some foods that start off in this form. This would be things like table sugar, maple syrup, and even things like honey. These are going to spike insulin levels immediately and are no good for fat loss. Next up, we have foods that contain simple sugars but are paired with things like fiber and other nutrients. This would be foods like fruit or some types of vegetables. Now, because of the other nutrients, it takes a little bit longer to be digested in the body, which allows for a slower release of the sugar into your bloodstream. This will keep insulin levels a little bit lower and may be okay to eat while trying to lose weight, depending on how your body responds to sugar. Finally, we have complex carbohydrates. These are made up of multiple different simple sugars that are linked together to create a chain. They're also then paired with fiber and other nutrients and take much longer to be broken down and digested in the body. Again, this creates a very slow release of sugar into the bloodstream and keeps your insulin levels and your blood sugar levels low. These are the best foods to eat when trying to lose weight, and some examples of these may be a sweet potato or whole grains like quinoa. Now, an important thing to note here is that just because a food contains whole grains doesn't mean it's going to act the same as an actual whole grain. A lot of processed foods like bread and cereal and granola bars will contain pieces of the whole grain, but not all of it. So they're actually going to act more like a simple sugar in the body than a complex carb. These are no bueno when it comes to weight loss. So if you're trying to lose weight, there are some carbs you can eat, but make sure they come from whole foods and they're complex.